Okay, I'd like to start off this review by saying that I am a huge fan of the original Happy Gilmore. I think it's one of the best comedies ever made. It's heartfelt. It's just a feel good movie, but it's got a ton of jokes in it that I really, really enjoy. It's probably in my top 10 comedy movies of all time. With that being said, we're not here to review Happy Gilmore. No, no, no. We're here to review Happy Gilmore 2, the sequel that only took nearly 30 years. Yeah, that's a long time for a sequel that people wanted about 20 years ago. And I gotta be honest, before I even saw this movie, I took a little bit of time to watch it because a lot of people were reviewing it, ripping this movie apart, saying how bad it is, as we can see from this review score of Happy Gilmore 2. Uh, Editor, think you made a mistake. I think you made a mistake here. It's okay. It's okay. We're still early in this channel. But I'm pretty sure that's Happy Gilmore 1's review score. So we can. Oh, that's Happy Gilmore 2's score. But I've seen people rip it apart. Oh, I know what it is. That was Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. Okay. IMDb, a much more credible source, is going to be much harder on the film. So let's take a look at the score. Huh. Well, that's unexpected. I mean, it's not 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 scores, but with how much people were ripping this movie apart on YouTube and making videos of it, talking about it, I expected like a 2 out of 10, a 3 out of 10, 30%, 40%, 20, maybe even 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. But no, this movie looked pretty decent as far as general public and even critics go. So I I was expecting to rip this movie to pieces. But I'll be honest, I watched the movie and I liked it. But how much did I like it? Well, let's review. Positives, negatives, final thoughts. You already know how it works by now, I hope. Let's start with the positives of this movie. So, I will state this. This movie's not going to be for everyone. But the comedy of this movie is my type of comedy. If you like Adam Sandler movies, you're gonna like the comedy in this. If you don't like Adam Sandler movies, you're not gonna like the comedy in this film. It's exactly what you would expect. But luckily, I enjoy Adam Sandler comedy. So I really did. I enjoyed a lot of the jokes and humor, slapstick, and just cheesy puns and things like that. Some immature jokes in there. As long as you don't go too overboard with it, I can tolerate immaturity and humor. That's just who I am. And luckily, for me, this doesn't go too overboard with its humor. I think the comedy is actually a plus here. This wouldn't be a modern day Adam Sandler film without his friends now, would it? Well, they are in the film. They're not the only ones in the film, though, as a lot of celebrities, famous people, athletes, actors, family members, anybody you could think of, musicians, all cameo in this. And the different assortment of cameos does, for me, create some form of excitement level to who's going to cameo next. You never know who's going to pop up in this movie. And when some of your favorites pop up, particularly one specific cameo, it's kind of exciting. It's like, oh, cool, he's in the movie. This movie is a tribute to the original Happy Gilmore in every way because it has so many callbacks, so many references to the original. We even do flashbacks into the original Happy Gilmore from time to time. Now, I will admit they do get a little bit out of hand with the flashbacks and callback stuff, but for the most part, nah, I enjoy that. Keep it coming. Show me more of the callbacks and flashbacks of this movie, please. There is a twist of golf being boring in this movie, and some rich guy wants to make golf exciting and crazy, kind of like combining American Ninja Warrior or American Gladiators with golf. Yeah, that's the big twist in this film. The twist on golf is it's extreme golf. I don't know, but I thought it was all right and fun enough. I didn't have an issue with it by any means. Finally, let me talk about my favorite character, Shooter. Shooter is in the movie, and I love his story in this movie, the part he plays. There's a scene with him and Happy in a graveyard, probably the best scene in the movie. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the best scene in the entire movie. It's got the great comedy, it's got the great Happy Gilmore sense of humor and sense of action that you would expect. The fights, they do fight. Guess minor spoiler there. But I really enjoyed Shooter in this movie. He is the standout for me. 100%. Happy's great. Adam Sandler is doing a great job, but Shooter is the real standout for me. I should preference by saying Shooter was a standout for me in the original Happy Gilmore, so yeah, bringing him back was a nice touch. Always love seeing Shooter. And Chris McDonald knocks it out of the park, as you would expect. Okay, so the movie's not perfect. Let's just get down to it. There are some negatives, there are some problems in this film. The first one, I talked about how the cameos is a fun little guessing game, like, oh, wow, that guy showed up or that girl showed up. I know them. Yeah, okay, it's a double-edged sword. This movie does become a bit of a cameo fest, particularly in the second half of the film. It's just boom, 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 cameo, next cameo, next cameo, next cameo. Okay, we got a scene, up, another cameo. It does become a bit too much. It's just like, wow, okay. Adam really wanted to fit as many people in here as he possibly could. And I think it's a bit too much. I mentioned that twist of golf. Yeah, that's the entire final act, as you would probably expect. We got this twist, this extreme golf. Yeah. Once you get to that final act after seeing the first act of the film, which, by the way, is very wholesome, and I did enjoy the first act of the film a lot more than the second act of this film. You see Happy in the first act in a place where we've not seen him before. He's down on his luck. He's lost something. Won't go into detail what he lost, but he's lost something, and he becomes an alcoholic. Now, yes, there are some fun jokes, but it is a wholesome first half. The second half of this movie, however, I don't feel like I watched the same movie an hour ago getting into this. Because the tone shift is so drastic. It hits you in the face out of nowhere. Bam! Here's the second half. It's just chaos. It's goofy chaos. And that can be fun, but I need the tone to be a bit more consistent. Keep that wholesome vibe that the first half had that was a little closer to the first Happy Gilmore. This is not close to Happy Gilmore at all. There's some fun moments, like I said, some fun jokes, fun cameos, but the tone is so drastically different. I can't help but classify that as a negative. In the first Happy Gilmore, our antagonist was none other than Shooter McGavin. Great antagonist. Absolutely phenomenal. He summarizes the snobby, upstandard side of the sport of golf to a T. Get it? T. Golf T. Yeah. I got jokes. Anyway, he was the perfect foil for Adam's Happy. Great villain. Great villain. The same cannot be said about the villain in this film. Because while Shooter was a villain that you could make fun of, that you love to hate, and it was fun just to see bad things happen to him, this guy is treated as a joke throughout the entire film. There's a constant joke that keeps coming up. It's not really funny. Maybe one time it's kind of funny, a little chuckle, but for the most part, the joke doesn't land for me. And He's the guy that's trying to make golf more exciting, but he's just not compelling. He's very cookie cutter, almost twirly mustache of modern day villainy. He's not memorable. I don't think people are going to remember this villain much. To tell you the truth, I don't remember this character's name. That's a problem if I don't remember your name as a villain. Sorry, phenomenal actor. Phenomenal actor, but they just didn't give him good material here, and this was not one of his best roles. The villain here, yeah, it's not that great. He's really nothing special. Sticking with the final act of this film, this is where we get some really bad, straight to Netflix CGI, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's very jarring for sure, because again, you go from that first half to this half, and it just feels so different, like it's a completely different movie. The CGI is very distracting. It's noticeable, doesn't look great. There's moments where you just look at it and be like, okay, that's not something that's actually going to happen in a golf course, no matter even if you make it extreme golf or not. And it just comes across as goofy and unnecessary, to be honest with you. It's nothing spectacular that they're building it up to be in the movie. It's just dumb. It really is. It's just kind of dumb. I know the first movie had the crazy scene where he hits the golf ball on the tower, bounces it around and all that, and that's how he beats Shooter, but that was cool because it was more of a practical effect. This is more of CGI, CGI, CGI. Let's show some more CGI. And then the CGI gets even crazier on the final hole of this course that they're playing. It's just bad. I don't like it. It's bad. Don't do this in your movies. It's too jarring. You didn't use much CGI, and if you did, it didn't look nearly as bad in the first half. Again, first half, very fun film. Second half, fun film with flaws. That's the gist here. Okay, that wraps up positives and negatives. Let's get to the Nays Neck grading scale to see where Happy Gilmore 2 scores as a movie. As usual, looking at 5 factors, the core 4 being the story, the acting, the cinematography / visuals, and of course, the rewatchability, because if a movie is not rewatchable, then it's not that good of a movie. But the 5th factor is obviously comedy. This is an Adam Sandler movie, and it's an Adam Sandler comedy, a sequel to one of my favorite comedies of all time. I'm going to give story a 7 out of 10 here. I do like this story that they build of Happy being all the way at rock bottom and having to build himself back up. But again, that second half, that final act kicks in, and it does feel a bit messy, sloppy, and I do believe everything gets resolved in a very rushed, almost unsatisfying way. It's still satisfying, because 7 out of 10 I gave it, but it doesn't feel as satisfying as it should be. Acting also 7 out of 10. For the most part, all the main actors here, they're doing a great job. It's the celebrity cameos. Some of them can act. Some of them do a great job, while the others are clearly there just to have fun with Adam Sandler in a movie and have bragging rights that they were in an Adam Sandler movie. No disrespect to any of those celebrities, but yeah, that's really all they're here for. And their acting isn't the greatest. Cinematography and visuals, yeah, this is going to get a 6 out of 10. Like I said, first half pretty good. Movie looks great. But that final act is a CGI nightmare at times. It looks weird, goofy, awkward, does not fit. Rewatchability, 7 out of 10. I could rewatch this movie. I still would rather rewatch the first Happy Gilmore, but maybe this would serve as a nice little double feature for me. I could watch the first one and then watch the second one and mellow down a bit and have a good time. Comedy, I'm giving it 8 out of 10. As I said, it's an Adam Sandler movie. You know what kind of comedy you're getting. You know what style you're getting. If you don't like it, you're probably going to give it like a 1, 2, or 3 out of 10. But I'm going 8 out of 10 because I do love most of the jokes. Most. Some of the jokes do fall flat, are way too immature for my liking, and just are a bit goofy in a bad way. But for the most part, I laughed quite a bit at the comedy and humor this film offers. So, for fan grade, I'm giving Happy Gilmore a 7 out of 10. I think this will please people who are actual fans of Adam Sandler's style of movies. Not just Happy Gilmore, but his style of movies. That's the important thing to remember here. You don't go into an Adam Sandler movie expecting anything less than an Adam Sandler movie. So, yeah, I think fans will enjoy it. And as we saw with the review scores, can we bring those up one more time? Yeah, there they are. At least as of right now, those are the scores. That's pretty good. I think fans enjoyed it. Critically, though, I'm giving Happy Gilmore 2 a 6 out of 10. I do think critics and cinephiles, the people who review movies and look deeper into movies, are going to have more issues with the bad CGI, the bad cameo acting, the over-reliance on cameos in that final act. Oh, that final act. It's just not a great final act. It doesn't stick the landing, and yeah, critics are going to be harder on this. But a 6 out of 10 is still a positive grade for Happy Gilmore. Well, there's my review of Happy Gilmore 2. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, comment down below what your favorite moment in either Happy Gilmore 1 or Happy Gilmore 2 is. As always, share the video with your friends, family, neighbors, anybody you can think of. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. And I'm one of the nasaliest reviewers on YouTube, Nays, signing off. I'll see you guys next time.